Today's reading is going to be a general April reading for the beginning, middle, and the end of April. We also have our affirmations here, which are also messages from your guides, or they can just be general positive affirmations you can incorporate into your life. We also have our self-care cards here, which can be just for self-care, but it can also tell you what you can focus on in the month of April. We have piles number 1, 2, and 3. Pile number 1 with the blue kyanite. Number 2, we have fluorite, purple fluorite. And number 3, we have blue laced agate. So you can pick numbers 1, 2, or 3. If you want to choose all 3, feel free to do so. I don't know how accurate that is going to be for you, but again, I'm not going to stop you from choosing all 3. And I'll be getting started on number 1 in just a few. Pile number 1, for those of you guys who chose the blue kyanite here. Okay, so we have, I'm going to start with beginning, middle, and end of April. So for the beginning of April, we have 5 of Pesos, Ecstasy, in reversed. In this reading, I feel like this means that in the beginning of April might be a little bit of a rough patch. It may not be as severe as a tower moment or anything like that, but I feel like the beginning of April is just going to be you kind of maybe feeling low or not really having a lot of fun. However, in the middle of April, we have jealousy, 3 of arrows, jealousy, in reversed. So you're going to be coming out of this energy here. You're kind of feeling down and bummed out with the jealousy in reversed. Maybe for some of you, you're kind of a little bit envious or jealous of other people's lives. I mean, not to say that that is necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on how you react to it or react to your emotions. But with the jealousy card in reversed, I feel like you're going to be coming more in terms of what you want to do. You're going to be coming out of this funk right here, and eventually we have the creativity card. So I feel like once you step out of this energy here and slowly come into this knowing what you want to do, eventually I feel like you're going to be on this momentum or path of where you're just going to be doing what it is that you want to do, or you're going to be focusing more on, it feels like you're going to be focusing more on your inner self or your inner world. You're going to be focusing more on connecting. Maybe some of you are connecting to the earth or grounding a lot more, or that you're trusting the universe more, or that you might feel that you're doing a lot more self-care at this time. But the general reading for this is coming out of a space of negativity into one that you feel more dedicated to take care of yourself and do your own thing, maybe work on your own projects. Because we have our affirmations here. So at least for me, not only are these affirmations messages from your guides or just general affirmations, but they kind of serve as a cheat sheet for me to kind of get these readings. So the first one I want to read is "My clarity lies in deep surrender." So some of you who may be in this energy, it's just saying don't fight against it. It's not saying to accept defeat or just say, this is my life now, my life is going to be unhappy and miserable, I guess I have nothing else to do. That's not what it's saying. It's just saying to trust the process. And then I don't know where you guys got all these cards, because they basically say the same thing. But we also have I allow breakdowns to become breakthroughs. I trust that though I may not see it now, there is a greater lesson for me in this. Love is my purpose, joy and peace are my calling. There is power in patience, I have all the time I need. So these are all just different ways of saying be patient. There is time, there's a process to things. If you're not seeing immediate results, don't give up at the last minute, or don't just it's just saying to work through it. Connect more with loving energy than any negative energy. And if you do fall into a space of negativity, just kind of roll with it. Things are not going to be immediate. So if you're still in this energy for a little while, don't think that this is going to be your life or the whole month of April, or even if it is still saying to trust the process, trust the universe. There might be better things coming for you, but things do take their time. But we have connect with fire, massage, and dance. So with these, I'm not taking these literally. I don't think this person is necessarily saying to go out and dance or build a bonfire or get a massage. For some of you it may be, but I feel like these are different ways of connecting with yourself. For dancing, it could be a physical connection, learning to express yourself physically. Massage might be, let me go back to this one. So with dance, I feel like this is a way to express yourself. It could be dancing, it could be some sort of exercise, it could just be some kind of creative project. I feel like this is more about connecting with yourself, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally. With connect with fire, this could be connecting with people all throughout this time. Maybe not physically connect with people, but I do feel like it's saying that this is more about spiritual connection and just forming a group or a support system. And then we have massage, and I feel like this is about taking care of your physical body and knowing what you like physically as well. Could be sexually for some of you, but it's really about knowing your body. Anyways, that was pile number 1. I do have an Instagram link down below. Sometimes I do exclusive readings on there. I also give away free readings on there from time to time, usually every Saturdays, but I only announce it through there, so be sure to follow that if you want any more, or if you want any more readings or free readings. I also post general witchy stuff down there as well. But if you want more readings from this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Alright, pile number 2. For those of you guys who chose the purple fluorite here. For the beginning, middle, and end of April, we have 20, the Great Bear, in reversed. Usually this is the Judgment card, or this is equivalent to the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. However, in this reading, it feels like this feels like making a decision, or the lack of making a decision. Because, alright, I usually see this bear as stepping forward to do something, or they really want to go for something. But since this is in reverse, I'm getting the opposite energy for the month of April. And it could be about, some of you could be overthinking too much about it. Because then we have here 5 of Bows, empowerment in reversed. So I feel like because you're taking too long to decide, or you don't know what to decide, you're kind of letting it, build up over time. And I feel like for some of you, that this reading could be a bit of a warning. So I don't mean for this to sound like a negative reading, because tarot doesn't, it doesn't determine your fate. You can always change things based on your current energy, based on how things are going. I feel like this is just saying, if you keep this up, then this might happen. As we have Queen of Bows here in reversed. So kind of similar to the Great Bear, at least in the context of, So kind of similar to the Great Bear, at least in context of this reading. So while the Great Bear, right, is someone who's really going for something they really wanted. The Hare is a little bit more subtle. They're kind of peeking over that hill. They're kind of seeing what's up there. But with the Hare in reverse, I feel like the more you put things off, or the more that you wait for something to happen, then you're always going to be in this should I or should I not energy. So, for you guys, we have Take a Walk and Vision Board. So, if you're kind of at this really weird standstill of not knowing what to do, try to make a vision board. You can make vision boards on Pinterest. There are YouTube videos out there on making vision boards. Vision boards aren't necessarily for what you want to do specifically, although it's good for that as well. Maybe you just want to figure out what you want to do. You want to figure out what's the best thing for you. You can use vision boards to kind of create an idea of what you want to do, and then from there you can be a little bit more specific. Alright, so we have Take a Walk here. So this could be literally take a walk, go outside, do something. Although at this time, be careful where you go, obviously. But I feel like this is saying to try not to stay cooped up in your own head, or maybe in your own room. Kind of move around a little bit. You don't have to be walking with a purpose. You can just go out there, see what's up there, see what's out there, and just kind of go where things lead you. Sometimes I go on walks just because I feel like it. Sometimes I'll just go on random impulsive walks because I want to not be walking around the park for an hour or something. It doesn't have to be that intense or that long. Maybe going outside, maybe just stepping outside is good enough for some of you. But generally, I think they do want you to kind of get out of your own head. And by that I mean just spirit guides or your guides or whatever aligns with you. So for our messages, we have it's safe for me to feel it all. I choose to respond instead of react. And I release the need to motivate myself and allow inspiration to flow naturally to me and through me. So the messages for you guys is don't wait for the right opportunity to take action. Don't wait for things. Don't be like, oh, if I get this done, or if I have this done, or if things are like this perfectly, then I can do it. No, it's just saying to just go for it. Don't be afraid to fail. If you do fail, then take that as a lesson. Don't take failure as, oh, I shouldn't be doing this in the first place, or I shouldn't have done this. Kind of take that as a lesson. Especially with I release a need to motivate myself. Again, with the empowerment card, I feel like some of you guys may be in this energy, or may end up being in this energy if you look for reasons to motivate yourself instead of just going with the flow. And again, for it's safe for me to feel it all. Again, with the message of failure, if it does come to that, don't think that it was a waste of time. Or what helps me is putting trust into the universe and putting trust that things will work out. Because if you're in this constant energy of, if I do this, then I'll fail, or if I do it at this wrong time, then I'll fail, then I feel like that's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So just kind of release, let go, and just do whatever. If you're working a project, then just do it little by little. I have been using an online class, and some of them do talk about dividing your work sessions into 5-minute chunks, then taking a break for 15 minutes, and then working for 5-minute chunks. For some of you can work for hours, that's great, but if you're the type to procrastinate, put things off, or, be a little bit of a perfectionist, like I am, then it might be best to put things off into smaller chunks, or kind of do a little bit at a time instead of overwhelming yourself. So that was pile number 2. If you want more readings from me, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I also have an Instagram down below where I do sometimes exclusive collective readings. I also announce free readings on there, usually every Saturday. I do have limited spots available, but I only announce those on Instagram when they are open. So, if that sounds good to you, be sure to check that out. I'll be moving on to pile number 3 in just a few seconds. Alright, pile number 3. You guys chose the blue laced agate here. Alright, so for you guys, we have the beginning, middle, and end of April. I feel like this sounds a little bit familiar to pile number 2, I believe. But with the beginning of April, we have the Shaman in reverse. This is equivalent to the Magician card. I feel like this is talking about manifesting, but in the beginning of April, if you guys started manifesting something, I think, or feel like in the beginning of April, it's gonna feel like your manifestations are coming through. However, in the middle of April, things do look like they're gonna be turning around. We have 21, the Royal Tree. So for this one, especially with these two together, you're gonna be moving from a place where you feel like nothing is happening, there's no manifesting happening, to here. So I don't think that there's going to be all your manifestations going to be coming to you all at once. I feel like things might start to pick up a little bit, so we have this sort of maze here, but if you look closely, you kind of see that there's only one, I guess, path there, or it's not really a complicated maze. So I feel like this is saying that things are aligning, things are kind of going in the right direction, or at least for some of you, you're gonna have more trust in the universe. Maybe you have the leap of faith moment. And then we have the mirrors. So off camera, I was clarifying some of these cards. This was not the original card, but the original card for you guys for group number 3 was the Page of Stoats. I believe it was in reversed, but with the Mirror card, which is equivalent to the Hangman, I feel like what you're manifesting, I'm not saying you're manifesting something negative or that it's not going to turn out well, but I feel like this is kind of saying that you're gonna be leaving an old pattern behind, or maybe an old lifestyle behind. So for some of you, it could be that your manifestations kind of take a turn and you end up doing something completely different than what you expected, or maybe it could just mean that your manifestations, maybe for a small majority or small percentage of you, that your manifestations may be for something else, or may be that your guys want you to do something else completely than what you're manifesting. But overall, I feel like you're going to be going from a certain type of lifestyle or maybe energy to something a little bit different. Because when I was also clarifying these cards off camera, I kept pulling out the Rebirth card, usually in reverse, but sometimes upright. And I feel like that is saying that whatever patterns or cycles you had, you're going to be breaking from that. And we have messages from your guides. I trust myself, I know my heart. Open my heart to receive love more fully. as I release the past, I awaken the possibility and allow my true essence to be revealed. So similar to Pal number 1 or 2, I can't remember, even though I just did them, that this is saying that whatever happens, even if things don't go the way you plan, don't take this as a bad thing, as a negative thing. You know, I have applied for jobs in the past that I didn't get, but looking back on it, I was kind of glad I didn't get those jobs and I got something else instead. You know, it could be one of those things where you're manifesting a job or a career. Maybe you don't get that one, but maybe you get something else completely different that you weren't expecting, or it could be a positive surprise, a very pleasant surprise. You know, we have as I release the past, so again, you could be coming out of these cycles, out of these patterns, letting go of old beliefs, old mindsets, and especially with I trust my heart, I know my heart, I trust myself, and I allow my true essence to be revealed. Maybe this pattern for some of you kind of kept you in a loop of I wouldn't say not knowing what you are, maybe for some of you, but maybe not knowing how to express yourself, thinking that you have to do something or be a certain way. And again, this is saying you should kind of open yourself up, kind of you would be a little bit more vulnerable, be more open, and just express yourself the way you want to instead of holding on to, you know, negative patterns. And then we have health checkup and create an altar. So for health checkup, this could be a physical checkup for some of you. For a lot of you, I feel like this is more about therapy, if that isn't an option for you guys, even though I would probably recommend it. It could be, you know, just finding a support system, you know, looking online for help, just doing whatever you can to kind of be more mentally aware or mentally healthy. Overall, I feel like this card is about mental health. But maybe for some of you, could be about physical health. Maybe some of you who are trying to manifest things are working too hard. That could put stress on your physical body as well. You know, and then with create an altar, I feel like this is saying to just make a space for yourself where you can relax, have time for yourself. You don't have to be following, you don't have to, you know, be worshipping a deity, or if you do ancestor work, that could be something you could do. But if not, I feel like this is just saying to create time for yourself, a small space for yourself where you can kind of, you know, take care of yourself. But anyways, that was part number 3. If you like that reading, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I also do sometimes exclusive readings on Instagram, which is going to be linked down below. I also do free readings from time to time, usually every Saturdays, but there are limited spots available, and I only announce them through my Instagram, so be sure to follow me on there. And that is going to be the end of the reading today.